Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we are back with more of the Draft Master series, this time around in the 1987 stock cars. These things are absolute missiles. You'll be getting close to 220 miles an hour in them in a straight line. Last week though, we didn't quite survive in one piece in the SRX race here, so hopefully we can do one better in our Chevy Monte-Carlo. Well, last week in the SRX series we started from the back of the field. It didn't go well, but I'm not one for learning when it comes to oval racing inside this sim. So yeah, again, we're going to be starting towards the back of the field here in the 1987 Cup cars as well. These things are mental. You know, we're going to be seeing speeds probably in excess of 210 miles an hour in this race, but we'll wait and see as to how long we survive this week. I could desperately do with some SR and some iRacing from this one, so the plan is to try and stay out of trouble and go from there. It's just waiting then on our leader to dictate when we go, and hopefully we can get a nice clean tidy start. I think we made it two laps in the SRX race. I'd like to go more than that today, but these things are a lot more difficult to handle, as obviously you've got to be very, very careful on your way up the gears.
Car outside.
Just obviously try and get it a bit of fourth, and then hopefully we're going to be able to sit there. How has someone already gone? Please don't come back up the circuit. Thank you. That took him about 10 seconds before we went round then, and you can already see big speed being picked up. Not going to try and bump anybody too early in this race, but we might see the field spread out just a little bit. We're trying to look around the outside of that guy. You can see immediately how much play there is in the steering wheel, and even through the corners he's barely flat out. So we've got another couple that have kind of tripped over each other. Hopefully again they're not going to cause too much trouble. It might actually be that you don't actually gain much by being in the slipstream. I mean, you will down the straights. Just look at that, 215 miles an hour back in towards turn one, but yeah, around a lap, you're having to blend out so much. It is, I mean, it's flat if you nail it, and obviously you've got a proper setup on. But on a fixed setup, yeah, it's not so easy. There's someone else in the wall. Try and move away from that. I mean, look at the speed, 350 clicks down the back straight. You had to be mental to be doing this back in the 80s. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was such a good era for NASCAR as well. Obviously, Dale Earnhardt. I forgot his name. How have I forgotten? Darrell Waltrip. That's the one I was looking for. I could picture his face. I couldn't remember his name suddenly there. As well, we've moved up the order quite nicely early. Up into P10. But of course, that is all irrelevant. As everybody just trying to be a bit more sensible through that first corner. We set new fast lap of the day. Okay. I mean, we'll hang on to that for about a lap, I would have thought. But still quite cool to see. And basically now, yeah, you're just waiting for the inevitable pile-up that will occur.
Outside.
Just hear that little bit of tyre squealing towards the corner. I mean, you're scrubbing off 30, 40 clicks into the corners. Of course, yeah, NASCAR back then, for the most part, was a bit more respectable because there was still a real risk, you know, of serious injury, especially on a track like Talladega. The City Cube car seems to be very, very confident.
The guy in front is
around the outside. That might be the way to go, to be honest. It looks like pretty much everybody's still in one group. Oh no, no, we're good. I thought I saw a couple of guys there up the road coming together, but apparently not. So again, just my plan of action in those moments is just try to move away.
Car outside.
Oh, will the 11 spot me? Yes, he will. Thank you.
Still there.
Or just get down the inside there and might be able to get another one off the corner.
Still there.
See, they're almost 3 wide at the front of the field. We probably won't see that till a bit later on in this race. You might start to see people trying to force the issue way too early, which is the other problem as well. So we just want to try and position ourselves at a good spot where we can avoid if there's a wreck in front. Hopefully, yeah, have a good, you know, clean sight line towards it as well. So, guy in front of me hit the wall. I kind of followed him. We'll get away with that one a bit better than he did, though. We're up to 7th place, so we haven't gained quite a few. I mean, that just looks very aggressive at the front. That doesn't fill me with too much confidence. I'll be honest, watching all that unfolding. It seems like everybody, for the most part, is still trying to be fairly sensible early on. I mean, with these races, you're basically just going around with a sense of inevitability to it. That there is going to be a pile-up at some point. And it's just whether you get wrapped up in it or not. I think that's why this series is so popular. Is the 16 is wild. He is not afraid to just throw it in and hope that people move out his way. Try and get a run off the corner. 17 car seems to be a little bit slow.
Car high.
We'll just blend out there and get to his inside.
Hold your line.
Obviously, you can blow over in these cars as well, which is quite cool.
outside.
I'm hoping we don't experience that today.
Clear high.
But yeah, iRacing made sure, obviously, when these cars were added, that was possible. Because it was a very real risk. More so back in the 80s than it is now. Their understanding of aerodynamics was... It left a lot to be desired, I think, is
6th place.
probably
That
the
was
only way I
at
can describe it.
46.9. Got a car outside.
Let's see again. Number 12 car there.
Still there.
Just running a little bit slow.
Clear high.
So 16 in the wall, thank
Outside.
you. I mean, we are moving our way up fairly
high.
well. I'm just trying to avoid trouble, to be honest. As there you go. You've got the old Bill Elliott livery on the guy in front. Ooh, don't nudge the apron. Oh, we've actually got a bit of a window, though. At the top, there's a half a second gap back to those guys behind. That could be quite useful to hang on to. We've done pretty well here, right? Just kind of navigating our way around most of the slower stuff. And if we could get a little bit of a breakaway, that could be really, really useful. So we'll try and just carry a little bit more speed through turn 1. Yeah, we'll be in the draft still. We might be able to do this, I tell you what. Not doing that, I won't. But we got nearly a 1 second buffer then to those guys behind. And I think, yeah, our top 3 have kind of realised this as well. I'm kind of appreciating it might be a good opportunity just to work together and try and just keep that gap, as it does seem like things have kind of strung out a little bit more. I can't believe as well now there's 4 of these cars. You originally had, I think it was the Chevrolet and the... I don't think it was a Ford, was it? But now, yeah, you've got the Pontiac and the Buick as well.
That lap was
Which
at
are very, very cool. No, it was the Thunderbird, wasn't it, I think? Was it the Thunderbird? Well, I think it was the Thunderbird. Yeah, they're definitely dropping back behind. Might be able to gain a little bit through the corners, but we'll just avoid that wall. But we're not in a bad spot here. We're just, well, we're at half distance. There's still a long way to go. They could easily catch back up again. But, oh, there you go. Cause light. Having a look down the inside there. Caleb just thinking about it. Yeah, you can see they really have kind of spread out. Justin and Peter are closing back in just a little bit. So the number 3 there just nudges the wall as well. But yeah, I'm happy with where we're sat right now, to be honest. I'm very happy with kind of what we're doing, trying to stay out of trouble.
You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine. That lap time was 46.3.
So there's a big gap between P6 and P7. That is super useful. Just close in a little bit unless we start working together a bit more. Yeah, that is really, really good to see. See one guy has dropped out of the toe and might cause problems later on. It's just that understeer you start getting from the fronts as well. They don't grip up for very long. Again, tyres weren't so sophisticated back in the day either. NASCAR, yeah, people like to say, you know, it's kind of an old school, almost Neanderthal style sport. It's come a long way since the 80s, I'll give them that. Again, what are these two doing? Just following Sam in the lead. Just not giving me much confidence either. I think everybody, yeah, is just trying to settle in a bit more. It will be those final couple of laps where things get a little bit crazy. I wonder, yeah, I mean, these things, they will slipstream pretty well off each other. You can get the run. So I wonder if we'll see anything on the last lap, and whether by being in this position we can just try to avoid it all. Are we going to see Justin potentially be in an even better spot than me? No! Don't drop it. No, 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 no. Don't get done for pit lane either. Come on, get back on the road.
Stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
That was so scary. Don't want to get done for
close.
crossing the pit lane line though.
It's
Oh, we've dropped all the way back.
P11.
That is so annoying. I mean, we might still see some chaos towards the end, but that is so annoying. They just dropped it by myself. Nudged the apron. Lucky we were able to keep it going and pointing in the right direction with no damage. So we might be able to try and catch back up a little bit, but completely throwing that away. Well, could have been quite a big result here, and yeah, down to P12 though. I mean, at the moment, we would still only lose 10 iRating, so that's not the end of the world. But, oh no, what's he doing? This car is just getting really loose on me now. I don't know if we've cooked the tyres or what. Or maybe trying to be too optimistic with it. I mean, even then, over the bumps, you're barely hanging on to it. Oh, we're losing even more now. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad.
To 3.5.
I've still got so much to learn. People say that oval racing is easy. They do not know. Oh, surely at 300 we can take it completely pinned. Oh, there we go. There's one. We'll claim the freebie, thank you. Steve was up in that group in front. So back into 11th place, and that would net us 1 iRating, which would be quite useful. I'm going to take 3 and 4 a little bit easier. So you can just hear again the tyres. I mean, you can see where we went off last time round. Just about calming it down on the way in and carry then off the corner again. And will we see any drama in these final 5 laps here? See those cars in front winding their way through. Maybe being here is going to put us in some safety. Oh no, come on, don't twitch around on me. That was lucky it straightened up. We've got to be more careful in the corners. I think we've taken too much out of the tyres too early on in this one, and it has absolutely come back to bite me. As you can see, we've got 3 guys closing in at a rapid rate of knots as well. We just cannot get these tyres back down to where we need them, and that might really cost us. Just blend out, hold it, and then just get on the throttle once you get into turn 4.
Guy's catching. The gap's now 0.5.
I can see him catching. We can't do anything. Oh no. When even through here, it's starting to feel a little bit more sketchy. So try and make him go the high line. Just need a couple of laps here. I don't do anything to the rubber or anything. That'd be really useful, but even there, you can just see on the exit of the corner, it's trying it.
Car high.
It's still trying just to over-rotate on me. So now, yeah, we are
Still there.
tucked up in this group. Ooh. See the 6 car
Inside.
again, just a little bit sketchy. Can we go the long way around on the exit? Yes, we can.
Push. We can get this guy.
Thank you.
Still there.
Make our way back through then.
Clear
So yeah,
inside.
we're definitely locked into battle with these guys towards the end. But 3 laps to go. Are we going to see anything else happen? I can't believe I bottled a potential podium shot.
Last lap was a 48.1.
But if we can just walk away with some SR and you know, even if it's just 1 iRating, I'll take it. At the end of the day, maybe we'll get a bit more chaos up in front. They are still bunched up quite tightly. You know, that front group is all in one, and then that second group as well is all right together. But I think everybody knows you're waiting for the last lap to really be able to do anything. Isam's dropped down. So you can see the 6th that time round got a big run on me. And he'll say thank you very much. I'd be about to lose all 3 spots in one go here.
Click our low.
So I'm not going to fight it too hard.
Still there. 13th
These
place.
things are
2
so
laps
tricky.
left. Hold your line.
They just are on an absolute knife edge
Still
all
there.
the time. And I tell you what, the high line's actually working quite nicely now.
Hold your line.
Might be able to try and get the run off of
Still
the
there.
corner. Not if I do that though.
Still there.
Again, just got a 0x.
Clear low.
That would not gain us any iRating if we were to finish here. Unless we see more chaos up in front. And we'll try and get a run on the 16 at that final turn.
Still there.
Ooh, I just about found the room.
He's still there.
Definitely will
Still
get the
there.
run back down in towards turn 1 though. Maybe we can actually.
Clear low.
There's 1 more lap to go then. Definitely not
One
sponsored
more
by
lap to
Credit
go.
One Bank back then. We're going to try and hold it right around the high line. See if we can get that tuck in on the exit. Find the grip, which we will.
Car high.
Gotta try and move.
Still there. Got car high.
Still haven't seen anything further up the road though, so I reckon people have kept it fairly clean and tidy. As we send it in towards 3 and 4. Can we just get back down? No, I've dropped it again. Oh, damn it. Straighten up, thank you. Oh, that is so annoying. So annoying. I just cannot handle this car
Clear high.
well enough. And that is going to cost us so many times in that race. P13 in the end. Damn it, man. Ah, it was good fun, though. I enjoyed that.
We're done.
That was really good fun. Oh, almost did the money shots. There's a guy in the middle of the road. Ah! Trying to avoid whatever's got on there. He's upside down. Don't hit him. Thank you. We'll take a 2x. That's fine. But yeah, let's go take a look at our incident report and then our final race results. Well, let's take a look then at our incident report from this race. Hopefully there aren't going to be too many to go through. We've got the number 4 car making his way up through turn 3 and 4, and he's just going to let that... Oh, no, there we go. There was the contact. Kind of just ran completely into the back of the guy in front of him, and they did just about both get away with that one, which is rather impressive as, yeah, the 5 car peels into the pit lane after that one. Number 1 this time round then. That's looking like a very tight spot. Kind of forces the 7 out of his way there. That was, again, rather aggressive to try and hang on to your position. The Simucube car, not surprised he got involved in an incident. Apparently this was with me, though. No, there we go. Just by himself. Slaps the wall as we make our way out onto the back straight. And then the 17 car as well. Just a little bit behind me. I think that one is simply netcode. I don't know what it is, but whenever I was down the inside of someone, they'd hit the outside wall. And I certainly did it a couple of times as well there. As you can see, I think this is going to be what a lot of these incidents are as the race goes on. That guy, though, did get a wobble, collects the 8, and will hit the wall in quite big fashion in the end. And yeah, disappointing end to the number 9's race there, out in an instant. It can go so badly wrong so quickly in this series. Number 3, this was, I think, a battle at the front of the order. Again, we'll just graze that wall. Don't think anything else is going to happen from that one, though. Is he going to be able to push the 1? Not through the tri-oval. You don't really want to do that. As again, obviously, we were following all of this one. 17 car loops it in the pits, which is rather impressive. And then later on, we got the 10 following on the number 6. I think, again, that's just going to be netcode. And the 12, this was the one that dropped it out into the back straight there. So did what I did, but even worse. Able to lock it up, though. And just, I mean, he gets a fair way down the back straight, completely sideways. And doesn't hit anything in the process. Will get out of the way, so good rejoin there, sir, as well. There's me flying past as well with that group of cars chasing us down. This must have been right at the end then. The number 5 trying to, get under the 3. A little bit more contact with the 2 as well. And are we going to see anything else then? Back straight, final lap. You can see the 5 gets a big old push, turns the 3 into the wall. Yeah, I don't think you can really push in these cars the way that 5 kept trying to do to people, and that is very, very disappointing in the end for the 3. We didn't gain anything from that, though. Did he seriously make it back round before I was able to get there? If so, that is... How is that car stable? He's going to get right the way around to the finish line there and still get a decent result. As here is the number 9. Again, big snap. Just will buff that wall, and here's the 3. Oh, so here we go. He'd already lost the wheel then, hadn't he? So this was the incident. It gets collected after the finish as well there. That is not what you need. And even worse for the 16 who finds himself on his roof. Let's go take a look at our final race results. Well, there we go then, having a look at our final race results. They're minus 0.02 SR and 32 iRating. It's a little bit of a shame that 1x after the finish unfortunately knocked me into negative territory there. But you can see at the front of the order, though, it was Issam that took the win ahead of Caleb there. So good recovery drive. Just half a tenth of a second between them. Peter in P3 ahead of Justin and Henry there, the leader of the second group of cars. But yeah, just bottled it late on in the day, and that really, really did annoy me there. We've got to, I think this car, it's going to take a bit more time to really try and learn. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon with more iRacing content.